Hi, I'm Betina, and I joined Women on Transition Reset and Shine course 12 months ago. 12 months ago, I was, fair to say, a complete and total mess. I was eaten up with guilt and anger. I was unable to see myself of how I was going to go forward. I felt trapped between my husband and the business, my husband's mental illness, the guilt of leaving a man who has mental illness and is not taking responsibility for himself was a really hard one to cope with. And then I inadvertently saw an ad for Women on Transition on Facebook, and I thought, I don't know how this came in my feed, but I've got to look further into this. I really got excited straight away because even before I went on the 3-day course, because I could see that this is what I needed to do. When I signed up, I got access to some of the videos. I started taking notes. I'm a very prolific student, and I like to write things down because that's how I learn. I started making notes, and there was just one big wow moment after the other. For me in particular, the masculine versus the feminine. I was so trapped in the masculine, and I had no idea, and nor did I know how to get out. But the first thing you need to do is to identify that's what's happening with you and that you're stuck there. So when I came to the 3-day event, I spent 3 days crying and connecting with the other women. And I have absolutely loved the way that the course flows, the way that the module flows, the fact that you get one module released every week for 52 weeks. I felt I could pace myself. I was in charge. I was in control, writing things down, reading things, listening to things. It was right down my alley of hands-on learning. I was super impressed with and really shocked and surprised that Fiona and Sandra joined the call that we had every single week. That was just so personal. And that journey of the 52 face-to-face meetings where you now get to hear all the other story. You get to realize that you're not by yourself. And that support is amazing. And where am I now? I have sold my business very successfully. I have gotten divorced. I have done my financial settlement. I am an incredibly wealthy and successful woman in my own right. I have the ability to go forward with so much peace and grounding in myself that I wake up every morning happy. I go to bed happy, and I do all sorts of amazing things during the day. I just love my life. I've just traveled nonstop for 5 months. I've also started dating, and that was a bit exciting, scary, but exciting. So next year, who knows? What I do know is that it's going to be exciting, and my zest for life, my energy for life has 100% returned. So thank you to Fiona and Sandra and Women on Transition and all my new Shiny Soul sisters.